welcome. So we are back to talk about season 3, episode 7 of The Boys, the penultimate episode. We have one more after this, is that right?
Yes, one more, and
Oh my
I'm
god.
just I'm sorry, but this show has had so many twists to the point where I feel like last episode again could have just been a season finale because that twist at the end, I literally was speechless for a whole minute.
Really? Did it
Yeah.
surprise you guys? I feel like I feel like it was Loki coming.
I
I didn't
okay,
see it
look,
coming till like Soldier Boy got on the phone. Then I was like, "What's this?" And I kind of was like, "Oh, okay. I kind of see where this is going." But like,
Uh
when did you call it, OC?
I Loki was feeling it from like the beginning, not to lie. Like he
Wow.
just
really.
happens to disappear right before the new guy comes up, and like and he
Looking
it's the
back on
whole
things, now I
the whole
feel kind of dumb.
season he's talking about like wanting parental guide or parental connections, like that
Yeah.
family love. That's what the whole season's been about. So I
They
was
are
low
really
key,
similar. Yeah.
yeah, I was low
Yeah,
key like expecting that, but
I
Because they
mean,
both talk about like wanting to have families also, and I think maybe that kind of derailed like that thought in me where I'm like, oh, like this is all just to show how similar they are. But that also does play into like a father-son type thing also, which I
hmm.
guess went past me.
yeah, I guess that definitely went past me too. I just again, I guess the way it turned out, I didn't expect it to the way it was revealed, it was just kind of like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could
And
see it.
yeah, it's so refreshing to like watch a show and really not know where it's going and not know how it's going to end because really like they can go so many ways with it, and I'm just excited to see what they do because whatever it is, I know it's going to be satisfying.
Hmm.
I mean, I hope it is, but I trust Eric Kripke.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
at
I
some
just
point
I don't know.
they're gonna obviously fight each other, but I'm curious, is it gonna be? I wonder who's gonna betray who first, because
Mm.
I feel like Soldier
Yeah.
Boy, I can see Soldier Boy not liking the fact that Homelander is technically more powerful than him, so he might take that as a
Yeah.
insult, while Homelander being more like, well, this is my father, I'll do anything to please him. But at the same time, I feel like Homelander is already loves the spotlight too much for it. It's such a challenging. Like I could see him being like, well, I
Yeah.
don't want to give it to Soldier Boy, so even if he is my quote unquote father, he abandoned me. So
Yeah.
it's such a tricky way, but
Part of
it's,
me for like a second thought like maybe it could be a lie too, just so like Soldier Boy could have the upper hand because it's kind of obvious that Homelander has like daddy issues, parent issues.
Mm.
Um, that being said, regardless whether it's true or not, um, I'm thinking it could be Homelander that's the one that maybe doesn't really turn on Soldier Boy, but his hand might be forced just due to the fact that like there is this like theory and dialogue already saying that Soldier Boy is like a terrorist, right? And now that like Homelander is more in the spotlight, he
He won't be able to
is
accept
forced to
him.
like
yeah,
he won't be able to like let that come to light, right? Now that he's like this shining beacon like at the head of Vought now, like he can't, what's that going to do to his reputation that's already slipping if
Right.
if Soldier Boy, if they pin these stories on Soldier Boy, which is already in the works, right? Because we saw Ashley say like, oh, Soldier Boy killed Blue Hawk, right? So if that comes to light, Homelander can't like publicly accept Soldier Boy as his father now and like bring this to everyone. Like he probably will be forced to like fight Soldier Boy and kill him. If that's the way things are going.
This is interesting because I feel like even though they're both similar, the do you think that Soldier Boy will kind of pull Homelander towards the hey, we're like superhuman beings, we're gods, we can do whatever we want, we can just take control of everyone and rule by fear, as opposed to the ruling by the love and adoration of everyone that Homelander's kind of been trying to do all along. Kind of how he threatened Annie when she confronted him. The the whole idea of him ruling by fear as a possibility if everyone else just kind of um, goes against him. Do you think
well,
that Soldier Boy's going to pull him in that direction?
see, my thing is that looking the way Soldier Boy was treated in the previous or his, I guess you could say the marketing of Soldier Boy back in the day in that series, I would seem that Soldier Boy, I feel like he still likes to have a good image. Like he doesn't have that image that's like, well, you better follow me or or like I'm gonna attack you. It's more of an image. It's like basically Homelander is. It's just like he has that similar image. So I don't see it going in that direction necessarily, but it's possible because it's also possible that
Yeah,
Soldier Boy may just get tired of it and be like, "Come on, we're gods. We might as well just do
Right.
whatever we want." So it's
Right.
possible,
yeah.
but
I,
I just see that.
I don't see. I don't see like Soldier Boy as like one of those like mustache twirling villains, you know, like I think he had a normal childhood. I don't know. I don't know what like well, I guess he's like hundreds of years old, so maybe not, but he seems a little more normal, I guess, or like less psycho than Homelander just because he's been around for so long.
Mm.
Um, I mean, he's obviously like an awful person, but I don't know. Homelander's just got this like kind of just touch to him that I don't think like Soldier Boy really has. I don't know. I can't really explain it very well, but who knows? But I mean, could happen though,
For sure. For
what you're
sure.
saying.
Yeah, yeah. But another thing I want to bring up is the idea that A Train gets Blue Hawk's heart. That to me is such an interesting dilemma right there, where it's like you get the killer of your the killer's heart, the person who hurt your brother. So that's an interesting twist. How you guys feel about that?
I don't
It's
know.
what he deserves.
What
Think
did
he
you
could just die like that? Nah, he's got to suffer.
did he feel like did you feel like I don't know how he felt in that moment. It was kind of hard for me to judge if he was like excited or happy or
No, I felt he was upset about it.
upset.
I That's what I got from it. It was like, dude, I just this person who, because I feel like A Train now is really understanding what Huey's going through. So he's
Uh-huh.
starting to see how these like heroes could be a problem. So now it's like the guy that he got like hurt his brother. Now he has his heart. So it's like essentially he thought he killed him, but essentially he's the reason why he's living. So it's a
Right.
very
Yeah,
conflicting
I think
thing.
he's conflicted. It's looks to me like he's still kind of taking that news in.
yeah.
From what I saw, I think us not really knowing how he felt,
Mhm.
excuse me, is probably similar to like how he's feeling and not really knowing how to feel. He's probably
Right.
relieved that he's alive, but he definitely seemed like he was dissociating when Ashley was telling him what to say about the whole situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like it seems like he could have been disgusted by the fact that he has Blue Hawk's heart, but also excited that he can potentially run again
Yeah.
and do all that stuff. So it was hard in that moment, but I
Yeah.
get that. I get that. One of the other big things was the whole subplot with Black Noir in this
Oh
episode.
yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah,
I mean, besides the fact that they use the cartoons, which again,
yeah,
this goes back to Eric Kripke using, making fun of like television or movies, that kind of thing. But again, the whole backstory behind Soldier Boy and dealing with his trauma with Soldier Boy, which is interesting because I didn't think that was the same Noir during Soldier Boy's time. I thought it was a different one because the way he ended, it seemed like I thought that Noir died and they got a different Noir, but now it's kind
mm,
of shown that this is the same
same.
dude.
Yeah.
do you think they
So
have like the same powers then?
What are Black Noir's
yeah, that's an
powers?
interesting question.
He seems like pretty strong and like pretty invulnerable if he can take like a beating from Soldier Boy. And if he can live for this long, like seems really similar to Soldier Boy's abilities. Sans the power inhibiting blast,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't actually know like the extent of his powers. Um, but yeah, I think that whole sequence with the cartoons, it was very interesting. It was a cool way to show that backstory
Exactly.
and show his mental state at the same time. Uh, Even though the mental state of all of these people, like you had Homelander milking a cow and drinking it.
Yes.
You have Soldier Boy dealing with PTSD um, with Huey, in that moment. So this was an interesting episode for that topic. And then going back to Huey and Homelander with Butcher, we had
Yeah.
Butcher's backstory as
Oh yeah,
well.
Butcher's backstory.
Yeah, how did you guys feel about his backstory?
With Butcher's backstory, my only thing, although they kind of established it in the beginning of the show, so I can't really fault it for that. I don't know, it's kind of become this trope where it's like someone has an abusive father, and therefore, because there's abusive father, kind of you see why they act the way they are. So for me, I thought it was a little bit, I guess you can say, overly played trope. That being said, I do like that we can see why he cares for Huey, because Huey kind of reminds him of his little brother. So there is a
Yeah.
level of that. And then I also thought it was interesting because the scene where where he's talking to Starlight, and Starlight says like basically this thing can kill you if you take any more. And then he kind of goes in not telling Huey the truth, which is sort of this moment where it's like, do old habits don't die hard, or die hard, actually, that's the best way to describe it, where it's like he had an opportunity to change a path, but he still doesn't, just because he wants to destroy Homelander that badly. So it's like it kind of shows how the trauma is still there, and it's not just something that, even though he went through this whole revelation of realization, still he's still stuck with it. So it was an interesting thing overall, but again, I just, the trope to me has kind of been overplayed.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe new life into that trope, I guess, but it is really real. Like, so it does explain a lot. I think just like childhood trauma could definitely affect you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what you're saying too, you have a point. It was interesting to see, though, finally get a little background on Billy Butcher. And then we're also, one more thing from that episode is that Newman, she has one last play, I guess, that she is partnering with Homelander on, and that hasn't been revealed yet. So
true.
we'll see where the
That's
chips
true.
fall on that, and see, I guess, I can't really guess like what that is. I mean, probably something that'll help protect her daughter, but
Maybe.
Yeah.
don't know what that is just yet.
I felt like kind of, and this is because I don't like Vicky Newman, but I felt good when Homelander was like manhandling her, just
I don't
because
know.
the I feel like people sometimes forget who Homelander is,
That's true.
and it just felt good for him to be like, you know who I am, right? It's just like,
Yes.
yeah, and Vicky Newman is a snake, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, she is a politician, right? Anybody that's like a politician in the show or a part of VOT is just slimy. There's just
Yeah.
no way that they haven't been touched by like the seedy underbelly and the shady dealings of VOT and the government.
Right.
Although
together.
there is one moment I really like, and it did have Homelander with him, was the moment with Starlight, because the whole time Homelander's like saying, "I'm gonna go threaten Q,"
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Well, here's another video tape," and I was like, "A genius move right there." So
Yeah.
it's like that's so perfect behind that.
That was
But
perfect.
yeah,
Another moment with MM and his daughter, and what was that guy's name? Todd? Is it Todd?
I think so.
I don't know.
I just call him a Homelander
Whatever.
fine boy.
That was another satisfying moment where where he finally
He punches
was
him.
like, he punches him after taking his daughter to a Homelander rally, which was like,
Rally.
man, it was bad, but
Did-
that was a
Yeah,
good moment.
I
That
don't
was a
know
good
why
moment.
MM's ex-wife is with that guy, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But awesome. I
yeah,
need
a lot to unpack.
Yes. Oh, we almost forgot. Kimiko gets her powers
His
back.
powers back. Yeah.
How did you guys feel about that?
Um, I'm actually curious. Is it just get? I'm hoping she gets a different power, because otherwise, I would feel. I don't know how would I feel being like she loses her powers and then just gets it back normally. Like that'd be kind of unsatisfying for me. I feel like there should be some sort of side effect that isn't. It shouldn't be the same way. So that's my only thing about
Yeah.
that. But other than that, yeah, I mean, She needs her powers, so give it to
Yeah.
her.
There's no way to know how like Perm V works. But I mean, I don't read the comics, but she is like a staple of the boys, right? And I think throughout those comics, does she lose her powers
I
ever?
don't know.
I mean, I
I
don't know why I'm
from what
asking
I
you guys, but I think
understand,
I would just assume she has the same powers throughout.
yeah,
So
I'm not sure.
it seemed, yeah.
From what I understand though,
I
they've
wasn't like
changed a
super
lot.
Yeah, it's
surprised
true.
when she got him back.
Yeah, they've changed a lot from the
Yeah.
comics going to the show.
Yeah.
Um, so
Like
it's
for
cool.
example, Soldier Boy was supposed to be more of a joke in the comments, and this time he's actually a
Yeah.
threat.
Yeah, like I've
So,
heard some of the stuff that happens with Soldier Boy in the comics, and I'm like, how? Well, like, why would you even do that? Like, this show, it seems like it's so much better
yeah,
than
that's
what
what
the
I'm hearing.
comics.
That's what people are basically saying.
Yeah, than what the comics initially were. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm
Yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome when like a new, I guess, when you take a story, bring it to a medium and it outdoes the original. That's really cool. Hats off to Kripke for that.
Yeah, that, and let's not forget that Huey had a family speech where he's like, "Well, Butcher's family, so I gotta help my family." So
We had to have. We
Also,
had to have
I
a
mean, we just
family.
discussed, yeah. And we talked about this earlier, but the episode was like a song lyric, like the name of the episode. Classic
Yeah.
Kripke.
yeah,
Classic Rookie. Awesome. So we got one more episode left. We still have not seen the return of Stan Edgar. I'm kind of expecting or hoping that he comes back in the last episode, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. I feel like everything needs to sort of blow up for Homelander because things have kind of been going well, or they've been going his way for a while now, for the last few episodes. So we'll see how they decide to bring this season to a conclusion. But I am excited. I'm excited. I'm enjoying this season so far, and I'm looking forward to what the future has. Any last minute things?
I mean, if this last season outdown or this next episode outduns the next episode, I'm just gonna say this has probably been the best season of The Boys. So I'll say that, depending how this episode or the next episode ends.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's satisfying because this season definitely will have outdone the other ones. Agreed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you have any thoughts, definitely let us know in the comments down below, and we will engage with you there. Awesome. Catch you later.
Peace.
Peace.